Hey everybody, it's Natalina, and I'm back with some more travel tips for you today. And what I've done today is I've compiled my top 10 things that I do not leave the country, or I guess leave the airport without. These are always in my bag, okay? So, number one is my converters. And of course, this is for Europe, right? So, this one is super cool. You've probably seen these around, and this one adapts to the UK, Europe, and USA, Australia, Canada. Okay, so you just flip this and it'll switch it to whatever you need. This one flips out here to go into the plug, and then it also has a USB in it. So these, they don't seem really sturdy, but I have had this a long time. So that's a really good one when I need to plug something in, like my laptop. Okay. And then a couple of my other go-tos, which are my favorites. These have been around for a long time, but a lot of people don't realize that there's some really good ones now for USBs and USB-Cs, okay, which are great for our phones and our smartwatches and all that stuff. These two are European, so I use them in Italy, and those are lifesavers. I mean, this one especially, I can fit two in it. Okay, so these are really good. I usually get these on the ground in Europe when I'm there. You can get them in the airport, but of course you'll pay top dollar for them. This is the same idea, only this one's for the UK or Malta, and it's a USB, okay, which is awesome because you just plug that in and put your phone in it. So those might be a few things that maybe you're not aware of that actually, are in the market now. I'll mention the odd thing to guests when they're traveling with me, and they're surprised to hear about what's available. So you may or may not know about some of this stuff, and if you don't, great. If you have some great tips, add them in the comments, and that'll help everybody, and maybe myself as well. So, okay, next thing that I do not leave the country without is my power bank or my portable charger. This one I really, really like because I can really load up a lot in this. So I brought some cords here just to demonstrate for you really quickly what I typically do in my hotel room to charge everything. Because electronics are great, but they're no good to us unless they're charged. So what I do is on my nightstand, I will plug this in to charge the actual power bank. Okay, so that's where I need one of these. Okay, so this will go in the outlet, and now my power bank is charging. Then I have this USB port here where I plug in my smartphone, my smartwatch charger, not my smartphone. Then my smartphone, I sit on top of this because it's cordless charging. So you can see I'm charging three things at once while I sleep. Okay, so then when I wake up in the morning, my phone is fully charged, my watch is fully charged, and my battery pack is fully charged. And now this goes in my bag, so while I'm traveling, working, etc., I always have a backup because of course we know how important it is for our phones, for directions, for Googling, where to eat lunch, etc., etc. So that's a really handy thing. This is one I just picked up at Costco. Okay. Another really good tip, your important documents, passport, this is my Italian identity card. You need to have a copy of these, folks, okay? So you could take a photocopy of them and travel with it in a different compartment to where you actually keep the originals, or you can do as I do, which is just keep the photo on my phone, which is then backed up to the cloud. So if I lose my phone and my passport, I know that a copy of my passport and my important documents are in the cloud, that as long as I can access, my Google account, I can get that information in a pinch if I need it in an emergency. Okay? Next one, also to do with security. For years I used a money belt, but then I decided that I really like this better. This is one of the ones that goes around your neck, and just simply because I like to wear dresses sometimes. Okay, so if you have the money belt that goes in and you've got a dress on, you need to go in a discreet place to lift up your dress and access it. Whereas this can go inside your clothes, you just pop it out. This particular one's got a whole bunch of compartments in it, but I really like it for passports and valuables, especially when I'm traveling, from one hotel to another, when I've got everything on me, or on the train, especially on the train. Okay, so that's another one. Snacks. Okay, we all love snacks. I always bring nuts with me, and protein bars. Just simply because nowadays you can get delayed in the airport. This stuff's really expensive in the airport. Also, you can get delayed on the plane, so then you don't even really have an option, limited options with whatever they'll sell you on the plane, if they can, in fact, access their supply to sell you things. If you have any food restrictions, of course, that limits you again, so, you can keep your gluten-free items or, whatever your allergy is, you can keep those things on you. So I always keep a few protein bars and nuts with me in my personal item. And then when I'm traveling, especially the first couple days when I'm jet lag, it's always great to have those on me. And sure, you can find them, but you can't find really good quality protein bars, I find, in Italy and in France in particular. A lot of them are more like granola bars, very sweet, high in calorie, high in carbs, etc. So if there's something you really like, just bring some with you. They're very light. Okay, a couple of toiletry items. I love this. This is my little portable mirror with suction cups. Okay, so this can suction onto your mirror in your hotel room or your window. I really like to put it on my window because then I get the added, during the daytime, I get the added light. So when I'm putting on makeup, tweezing eyebrows, etc., this is really great. And it's a magnifying mirror. This one's made of plastic, so it's really, really light. It took me a long time till I found one that I really liked, but I do really like this one. Okay, so that's something I don't leave without. Italy is getting better, but you typically will not always find washcloths in the bathroom. Okay, so what these are really, they're disposable ones, but they're actually made of fabric. So I'm very environmentally conscious, so I just kept them, and I like them because they're light and they dry really quickly, so I can rewash them, reuse them, dry them really quickly, so I'm not carting around wet washcloths when I'm traveling in between spots. Okay, these were just in a little gift bag on an upgraded flight, I believe, and I just kept them so I could reuse them. Okay, so that is another thing. Water bottle, reusable water bottle. So now that, for years now, when you go through security, you have to dump out any water or throw away any water bottles, like disposable ones that you have. But I just bring my empty reusable bottle. I put it in my personal item. Once I've gone through security, then I'm free to fill it up, and I know I've always got water with me. Okay, scarf. Depending on the time of year, if it's winter, it could be a wool big scarf that I can use as a wrap. Or I can use it as a scarf with my coat. In this case, this is a really light one. I could use this as a bathing suit cover up, or I could also use it as a scarf or even a wrap on the plane if I want a little bit extra warmth. Okay, it doesn't weigh much at all, and I always make sure I have a large scarf in my bag. Last but not least, my trusty little bag. You've seen this before if you've watched my packing videos. So this has all my necessities I need for my long haul, whether it's outbound or inbound. I have my headphones, I have my compression socks, I have a toothbrush with a little container of toothpaste, I have an N95 mask, I have Kleenexes, I have medications, headphones, I think I said already. Hand sanitizer. I keep my Italian SIM card in here along with the tools necessary to switch it in and out of my phone. So then when I put my Italian SIM in, I put my Canadian SIM in here, and then in the bag it goes. So then on my way home, when I'm homebound, then I will switch back to my Canadian SIM. Everything I have is here. And then what I do is when I arrive on the plane, this comes out of my personal item and it goes in the compartment in front of the seat or beside me, wherever my little space is in my sitting area, just to stow that away. And then I don't have to go in and out of my bag, pull my bag out from under my feet or above. It's right there at my fingertips. Okay, so there you have it. My top 10 things that I do not travel without. If you have some great ideas, please add them below in the comments. We'd love to hear about them. And don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends if you see something here you really like. Okay, ciao for now. Remember, at Natalina's Flavors of Italy, every bite tells a story. Ciao.